Yeah, I'm ready, baby.
Fate decided.
Let's get this party started.
Craving something scary.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
Killjoy Jake.
Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
Watch some.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
The collective has spoken.
Yo, what's going on? Lethal Collective on Fridays with my man, the myth, the legend, Killjoy Jake. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, look, I know if anyone can understand the hustle, it's you, bro. I'm doing all right. I'm just trying to get everything situated. But I'm doing good. You know, it's Friday, and I can't complain.
Heck yeah. We got a crazy stream planned for today with all of the founding members of the Lethal Collective, as you can see. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, man. I love it. Well, for you guys in the live chat, thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. We see you guys. We'll just give like a broad hello. We see Val and Jen, Cowgirl, Lisa's in the chat, Carrie's in the chat, Russell. And I think we got a couple of people, Wayne all the way from Australia. And we got Extron as well. That was a bad Australian accent, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm trying. But yeah, so anyways, we're going to be starting off Fate, and also Craven will probably be with us in a little bit. But Jake, let's start off, unless you want to go somewhere different, but Halloween ends, man. I mean, in the last couple of days since we last was talking about updates and stuff, some other stuff has come up, and it's like, man, they're starting to really beat the pavement now, man. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's a bit much, you know. I'm like, I was digging the first trailer because it didn't give us too much, but it was still enough to build hype. And now I'm just like, man, they're just giving us all the surprises, you know. Like, I just don't want to know all the surprises before we get into it. So I'm a little like, okay, you know, you guys are gotta just spelling out the whole Corey thing before us with these TV spots and pictures, but. It's like at least people are excited for it, you know. They're like, "Oh, this thing is gonna be cool." Whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Right?
How do you feel about it?
You know, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Even as a big fan, the curiosity is there. But I really think let's just stop now, man, because we don't need anything else. We really don't. And I've heard some folks talk about, you know, they're kind of maybe prepping people, you know, for how this story is going to kind of go, kind of like, you know, how a lot of people, including, you know, many of us were speculating about Scream 5 prepping people for Dewey and so forth and so forth. I don't know if that's it or not. I mean, but I don't need to see anything else. I really don't.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. I think we have ourselves hey, whoa,
there you go.
Hey.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa.
What's up?
Wow.
Perfect timing.
What's going
Wow,
on, man?
Wow.
What?
Okay.
Well,
Me and Knight we were ready to take it on today. I was getting worried there for a second.
we were going to be taking it on better than Aha in the 80s.
Oh.
That's a deep cut.
Sorry about that.
Thanks, Wayne.
We're here. We had some breaking
Yeah, you
leaker
are.
news I had to talk about. That was very important. Otherwise, it would have been on time. But we're here.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, what are we talking about?
So, talking about Halloween ends, how do you guys feel about the marketing? What's up with all that?
Wow.
You guys down for it? Loving it? Not so much?
Well, I just wonder who at the studio decided to just, you know, throw up all over the place. Do y'all hear something in your headphones, or is that just me?
No, it's just you.
Okay,
I hear
that's-
you. I hear you.
Okay. All right.
More
Sorry,
ghosts.
guys. Somebody else go ahead. I got some weird. I got to figure out what's going on. I'm hearing stuff. So
What
I'll
about
come
you,
back.
Fate?
Well, it's like what we've talked about here. I even made a video about it. Like they don't really need a full length trailer. I mean, like why run the risk of like spoiling stuff? How many new audience members are you really going to get? How many people that haven't seen 18 and Kills are going to be like, I'm going to go watch Ends, and if they do, like, are they really going to go to the theaters, stuff like they probably just wait, is what I would imagine. So yeah. I wouldn't be. I do think we get a trailer. I really do. I mean, we've gotten like 4 TV spots or ads. We got the YouTube ad one that I talked about earlier today. That was very revealing. That revealed a lot of stuff. I mean, nothing like groundbreaking, nothing major. But I mean, we could dive into that in a moment. But yeah, I mean, if my guess would be that we get a trailer, but it wouldn't shock me at all if we didn't get anything. I mean, I think they're looking at it as like, why put the money into the marketing budget? Why spend 50 million to market the movie when we're not really going to target many new audience members? So I do understand it. And I would rather them not give us a trailer than give us a trailer and they spoil a bunch of stuff that we don't want spoiled. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree with that. How about you, Craven?
Yes, thank you. My headset, I figured it out. Okay. So
proud of you.
You ever had like 15 windows open?
Yeah.
You don't know where the sound's coming from, and you're like trying to close them.
You're like, God, this is my moment.
I'm telling you, I don't want. Yeah. So anyway, sorry about that. Yeah. So here's my thought on it, and we have not, just so you guys all know, in the chat, none of us have spoken about the behind the scenes B-roll, none of this stuff. So I don't even know what. And again, what do we define as spoilers? Because, like, I always have said spoilers to me are something that the studio doesn't want you to see. Yeah. So, right. So if
that's what's tough about this, right?
This is what's hard because, this isn't like a fan league, kind of a situation. This is actual stuff that's out there. And so it's like, okay, so you're revealing a lot of stuff. Like, like that behind the scenes reel. And I did a whole video on it, posted it last night at midnight. Took me forever to get it done. But there's like 2 major plot points that were clarified in that behind the scenes reel that I picked up on, at least 2 that were like, okay, so now we know this and this, these 2 things. So I don't even know what threshold we want to talk about it on this thing because it's out there. I mean, it's everywhere. It's not even like like a leak.
I think if it's public information, we talk about it.
Well,
and also the other thing to me, and I haven't seen your video yet, Steven. I mean, obviously I know it's awesome. I did one kind of similar. I didn't want to, because I was trying to not go too close to that edge as well. But I will say that it kind of validated some of the things we've been talking about for a couple months. So from that respect, I didn't feel bad talking about it. There was one thing in particular one thing I really focused on. It was like 2 or 3 things combined with it, but I didn't feel bad because all of us at some point had mentioned it, talked about it, speculated about it on live streams and on our own channels. And I also did say this is potential spoiler talk, but it's coming from a theory perspective because, nothing was set in stone. I was just taking the clues and putting pieces together myself. So that's kind of how I approached it. So I don't know if you guys want to approach it that way. I have no issue with it because it is out there, like Fate said.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, to me, I don't understand why they just keep putting stuff out for this movie. It's like they're doing the same thing with Kills. We were pissed about it then. They're doing the exact same format here. The first Halloween Kills trailer wasn't like awful. It wasn't like too much. It was by the time we got to the final trailer that it was like, okay, you're just giving away every little surprise about this movie. And that's kind of how we're following the same path now with Halloween Ends. There was like, okay, first trailer, I like this, not too bad. And then as everything comes out, starts to roll out, we have more and more questions answered. And then it's almost like, what's the point of seeing the movie? Especially with
Right.
this one, you know? This one's not going to rely on kills as much as the last movie did. This one is relying on a very satisfying, mysterious ending with a crazy storyline that you got to follow. If we already know that, there's no point to go to the movie. So Universal's got to chill the fuck out.
Real quick, Chris Tofu gave us a 1 cent super chat. Thank you again. Really appreciate
Right.
that.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
And anyone,
on.
if you aren't aware, across the bottom in the top corner, we do have Cash App and PayPal now. If you want to, be kind and bless us and give us a gift,
Yes.
it'd be more than thankful, more than appreciative. We appreciate the support, but yeah,
Greatly appreciate it. We are all broke,
Absolutely.
poor YouTubers and trying to entertain you guys. So that would be much appreciated.
facts.
Absolutely.
But
I'm not afraid to admit it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's true.
Truth is truth, man.
facts
All
are
right.
facts.
Back to facts. Okay, so can I spill one that I put together?
Yeah, sure.
It's a plot point, and it's it's in the B-roll. It's all there if you start to connect dots, which is like Knight, you were just saying. 1 second. And this is one that I'm actually, I don't know, I kind of feel good about it. Again, I'm no rocket scientist or anything like that, but if you notice in this B-roll, well, first of all, let me back up. In the
I might
trailer
even
that
have the image you're talking about. You're getting me all hyped up right now.
well, we'll see. We'll see if we're on, maybe we might be on the same league. So remember in the trailer that came out, we had Hawkins running up to the house with the blue police lights. Remember, and then we
Yes.
see that shot in the trailer, the first trailer of Lori outside. It's a real close shot on her face, blue lights. Now this B-roll footage opened everything up because we were all speculating. When is this, like, someone's dead in this house, and remember that final girl poster where that body's
Yes.
laying on the floor, and we're like, someone's dead here. She's called the cops. We know she's still alive because she's got the blue lights outside. Hawkins is still alive because he's running up to the house. But they were like, what happened? Did Allison die? Is it Lindsay? Is it Corey? Or is it Michael? What happened? Well, if they look at the footage and you watch it, there's David Gordon Green. They're outside of the house, and Lori's standing there, and he's calling out direction. And this is the police cars are there. This is that moment, and David Gordon Green saying, "Hawkins, look at Lori." Now I may be saying it wrong, but in essence, and then he says, "Allison, look at Lori or Hawkins."
Right.
And then you don't see her anywhere, but he says, "Lindsay, look at Lori." I said, okay, now I'm going to do the simple process of elimination. So someone is dead in this house, or at least attacked, because, by the way, in this scene, Lori's hands are bloody. She's got blood on both hands. They're still wet.
I
And
got that
so-
image. Do you want me to put that
Okay.
image up?
Yeah,
Are we ready?
yeah.
Are we okay doing that?
I am,
Okay.
sure. Let's do it.
Like I said, it's public information. We
There
just
it
don't want
is.
people. Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. So you see the hands there. She is bloodied up. So she has been in a violent attack. And look, her face is cut up. I mean, she has been through it with somebody. So what happens is the very next scene after this, like literally after this shot with the sheriff here or the deputy, you see her standing with Hawkins. And she's standing there with Hawkins talking. And then off behind them, like several feet away, is, oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, now if you see Hawkins right there, I know it's a lot of people here. Look to his right and look straight back. There's Allison. You see Allison there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to her right is Lindsay. That's Lindsay right there, standing way off away from Lori. And I was like, okay, what happened here? Here's my theory, guys. I think this is showing us that Lori has killed Corey Cunningham in the house, because you've got Hawkins with her. And Lori looks in shock. She still looks
Right.
like she's stunned. And Allison is staying away from her, almost like you killed my boyfriend. Like, what did you do? She's not up there comforting her grandma. She's not over there hugging her. She's standing off. And this is in the same shot you just showed. or the shot not prior to this when she's on the driveway, she's also standing off by Hawkins, away from Lori, like it's very distinctly separated. You see that the distance there. So I believe, guys, what's happened is that's Corey's blood on her hands. That is the fight she had with him. I think he's in a Myers suit. I think she takes the mask off, freaks out because it's Corey and not Michael. And Allison doesn't know how to process this. They all come running over. Maybe Allison's even upstairs when this stuff happens. I don't know. But I'm going to stop here because I've gone a long time. But I really believe, in my opinion, that it can mean only that Lori killed Michael or Corey. Because
Right.
everyone else is there. So
And
yeah.
well, one thing I was going to say, just to piggyback on that point, is the way I looked at it was, if it was Michael, pretty sure Allison wouldn't be off to the side like that.
No, me either.
You know. Now the
I
other
mean,
thing
Lori's
too,
talking to the cops, though. You know what I mean? Like, they probably just want, like, if it was like her crouching in a corner or something, and you still see Lindsay there. She's like holding her hand, like something just went down. Yeah, definitely. But the first one, you see Lori, she's talking to those two cops, and then in this one, she's talking to so it might even just be Lori doesn't want them to hear what they're talking about, or that they just pulled her aside and said, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?" About that stuff. To throw a wrench in it? What if this is the opening sequence?
that's exactly
What if this is our connection to the 4-year gap? What if Lori believes that she killed Michael?
That's exactly what
Oh.
that's what I speculated when I was talking about it, because I did a video on it too, and I said my biggest question is, when does this happen? Is it in the beginning, the middle, or the end? I definitely don't think it's the end.
I don't think so either.
And I think it's somewhere in the beginning. Now, where in the beginning, I'm not sure. Maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes in or something like that, and I don't know, but it's definitely not the end. It's definitely not the end.
Have you guys heard what Jamie Lee Curtis said about the opening?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
doing
she
a video on
also
it tonight.
she also just detailed like everything about the opening too, which is like, okay,
Yep.
you can chill, but okay,
Yep.
Right.
Parents' worst nightmare. So
a parent's worst nightmare. Yeah.
Now we know how it's going to open. We know the opening sequence of the movie now. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how else to spin it. We also have the soundtrack. We have a character named Jeremy, who's probably the kid that's getting babysat, who tells me he's not going to make it through the opening. I don't know. Just some thoughts, but yeah.
Well, I mean,
don't know.
the plot synopsis for this film, it says Corey's babysitting and a kid. I mean, just the plot itself that a kid died. It tells you.
I know,
that-
if you just like put everything that they give to us together, it's like it's all fucking there, and it's like, why would you guys just stop? Just stop talking. Oh man.
Absolutely. What if this is that scene, and Lori hasn't killed anybody? What if it's the blood of the kid? Maybe she ran in there and tried to save the kid.
Could be that.
Could
Be that. Maybe she
Like,
heard someone was dressed up like Michael Myers too.
Yeah, or something like that. And she runs
Could
in
be.
there, and the kid's like laying there. She's trying to, resuscitate. That could also explain why, like Lori's talking to the police and stuff like that, because they might be asking, like, what happened? Like, were you there? Like,
Or
Go
another
ahead.
thing that could happen is if Corey was dressed as Michael, maybe they had a run-in or whatever, and maybe she hurt him, or just some stuff happened, but he escapes and goes back down to the sewers. And the baby, and no, I'm still going with what you're saying, Faye, and maybe the kid is hurt or whatever. You know what I mean? It could go in a couple different directions. Maybe. I'm sorry, Jake. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say that might be why Corey might not like Laurie Strode, because there's something there. There's some kind of connection, because I've talked about for a while. I'm like, Corey's not in this movie for no reason. Like, they're not just writing in this random character to do some bullshit and then peace out. He's gonna be the thing that brings Michael and Laurie together, even if that does detract from Michael's screen time in this movie, something we're all kind of worried about. But yeah, I think that's like, there's got to be something there. He has to have a motivation. Maybe he doesn't like Lori because she's the one that was like, holy fuck, you killed a kid while you were babysitting him or something. It could be something along those lines, and then maybe he kind of resents her for that, but he got away with it scot-free. So I'm just spitballing here. I'm sure, there's plenty of people who have read the spoilers out on Reddit who are just like, oh, you're dead wrong, Jake. And I'm like, to you, I would say, why would you spoil yourself like that, my friends? Don't do that. It's not fun. But that's my, I don't know, that's my thought.
Do you have the image of Corey in the sewer?
Not. I could get it, but I
If
don't have it
not, it's not a
readily
big deal.
available.
Because I have a little theory and idea about that situation. So first off, in the TV spot, we know it's Michael because so in the first teaser, the TV spot, you just see the hand grab him.
Right.
The YouTube one, you see him grab him, and then you see Michael like come out of the darkness or whatever. We know it's
Yes.
Michael. Here's kind of my theory. Here's kind of my idea. And I could be dead wrong. I don't know. Just a thought, and I think it would be pretty interesting. What if Corey, gets out of prison or whatever, 4-year gap, whatever, comes out. He goes to the sewer, has that run-in with Michael. He survives. He goes and runs into town and tells everybody Michael's alive, but everyone thinks, no, Michael's dead. It's been 4 years, this, that, and the other. And no one believes him because he's the guy that killed the kid he was babysitting and stuff. And everyone just thinks he's, whatever, seeking attention or just crazy or whatever it is. Kind of like what Halloween 5, right? That one. Like they go something like that. And then maybe that's why he takes on the mantle of Michael Myers, starts killing people so they believe him, and then he can play the hero of like, I told you Michael was back. I told you, and I know where he is. And then he takes Michael, and then that's how Laurie and everyone gets involved. I don't
That's
know.
actually kind of cool.
I'm
That would
just
be kind of
actually-
cool.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he has the run-in with Michael. No one believes him. So he goes, okay, fine. I'll show you, and starts killing people in an extreme. And then everyone starts panicking. Michael's back. And then now he can play the, see, everyone thought I was crazy. Everyone thought, and really he is, but like, he goes and takes everybody to the sewer rat Michael. Jake, you might actually get your rat eaten.
Yay.
Dude,
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
What if we got the scene where Michael's there and he grabs him, right? And he's like squeezing him. And then like behind Michael, you just see Ratma. Like a quick like,
I can't say what I would do, but I think
I think I know too.
Yeah, just it would be bad. But that would be awesome. I was almost gonna say, what if he's choking out Corey and then he just bites into a rat like at the same time? I'm like, that would be, come on, that'd be great. That's cinema right there.
Also, it can make sense that because like Michael just wants to be left alone. Obviously, he ventured into the sewers or whatever to get away from everybody. So maybe that's why he keeps Corey alive because he's just like, I don't like get out of here. I mean, I hope he doesn't say that, but
right. We don't want him to talk anymore.
like, what are you doing?
I like that idea though because it's kind of like it's kind of playing into the mob mentality stuff from the last movie again, keeping that a consistent theme. I kind of dig that because it's almost like he's controlling the crowd by saying Michael's still alive, he's still out there killing, and now he's freaking out, shitting in his boots, pissing in his boots, whatever the fuck, shaking in his boots. I'm thinking of wrong words, piss and shit. I don't know. It's what my head is full of tonight. But I really think that could be cool for him to constantly be pointing the finger one way or the other. It's like, it's not me, it's Michael. And he's like looking for Michael the whole movie. And the anxiety and suspense from that would be just like really cool. I would be kind of into that, I would say. I'd be like, this is different for Halloween, but I'm here for it. I'll try it out.
Yeah.
I just hope it's good, man. I just hope it doesn't suck.
Right?
Well, did you hear the David Gordon Green comment? And I got to go back and track it down. It's been so much Halloween stuff these last 2 days. I'm just trying to keep my head above water. But
Right.
like I say, I haven't even covered that Jamie Lee Curtis interview. I'm going to do it tonight. But anyway, there's an article or interview out there where David Gordon Green says something to the effect of, and again, he's saying too much stuff. He's saying how Michael Myers has an unexpected colleague.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Or like this, almost like he's got a partner, like Mike, and he actually says that he's like
Batman and Robin.
Yes, that he said he's
It's
got
Morbin time.
this unexpected. It's a different word he used, but this kind of like unassuming, unexpected colleague, partner. So I'm like, they're partnering up with someone. Michael's the way he sounds like him and Michael are gonna like do it
It's like
together.
like a cop buddy drama. Two unlikely heroes. I don't want to work with that guy, just like one of those. But it's Michael
a twisted
Myers.
version of Lethal Weapon.
We got Michael Myers as Mark Wahlberg, and we got Corey as Corey has.
I don't want. I can't work with this guy. I can't
playing
do
the
this.
other guy.
I can't do Mark Wahlberg.
You get.
Well,
You
I
get this
think
rubber knife.
I think that, I agree with everything you guys are saying. And the more that we're talking about it right now, I'm thinking to myself, holy crap, man. They gotta chill. We still got what, 3.5 weeks left?
At this rate, we're going to know the whole movie before. At this point, if
And the
if they don't
trailer
slow
tells you
down,
that one of them dies. I mean, who knows
Right.
if that really would happen? But Lori says
Right.
maybe this time I have to die. Like
Right.
basically,
Right.
just
And they
you know,
said
like,
the exact same thing in Halloween Kills, dude. It's like they're just
They're-
spelling it all out for us.
Yeah.
There you go. Like
I mean,
it's just
you know,
letting us know that when this is all said and done, this is going to be the end result.
And it's
only
too
one of us can survive.
bad because, like, with this movie versus the other ones, this movie, there's a lot of angles to it and a lot of ways that they could go with it. Ultimately, we know Michael and Laurie are going to have a moment or whatever, or moments, but to get to that point, or everything that's in between that point, is really what's intriguing to me. And I think the more that we hear these conversations, and like you were saying, Jake, and David Gordon Green, and it's talking about Robin and all this stuff, it's like, dude, just stop. Let's just see what's going to happen with the movie. And that's even, and I know obviously it's great content and great conversation for our live streams and videos, but I really want it to stop. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I want there to be something to talk about after the movie,
Yeah,
I know.
Yes.
We
this
were just
movie out of-
complimenting how quiet they've been. Like how we've been applauding them
Just
like
a couple
last-
weeks ago.
Like even
Yes.
Monday, I think this week we were like, they've done such a great job, and
and then
there's
it's just
so
like
much
a tidal wave of information.
Yeah.
Like,
someone
yeah.
just started
Yep.
throwing up, projectile vomiting all this information,
Yes.
and the B-roll and these images, and by the way, Fate and I were talking on Monday about that fake Michael Myers, the copycat with the woman with the pillow. Remember that, Jake?
Yeah.
And Fate
Yeah.
at night. So that new image that came out, we got a better shot of the pillow scene
Yeah.
that just came out like 2 days ago. I believe I'm doubling down on that being the copycat, because if you look at that suit, the jumpsuit is super clean.
Yeah.
There's like no gunshots. There's no,
and
there's
it's
no,
a
like,
different color.
and it's like, it seems like a darker almost
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, like compared to like the other one, it
Yes.
looks so much. It just doesn't look the same.
It's too clean.
Yeah.
Now-
It's too clean.
Something I want to ask you guys is like a theme in the last movie that I'm like kind of seeing get expanded here. I might make this video tomorrow morning. It was something I was thinking about with Corey. Do you think that it's almost like the inspiring evil, like when evil creates more evil, that whole idea? Like that's kind of something we saw in Halloween Kills, right? With the whole mob thing, chasing after the wrong guy. They accidentally kill somebody. It wasn't even Michael didn't even do anything there. Yeah, it wasn't even
Yeah.
him. That was the town that killed Tivoli or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So is that going to be something we see here again too? Is that what do you think Rowan Campbell's character is essentially doing? Is kind of like being a metaphor for that once again, where it's like, oh, Michael Myers killed all these people, that's fucking evil. So now someone else wants to be evil and inspired by evil to create more evil. Is that something we're gonna do here again? I don't know if I'm all that interested in seeing it expand that much into this. Like I said, not the coolest thing about all these new Halloween movies, in my opinion. But that just seems what they're trying to amplify here with this character, in my opinion.
Well, it's possible that they're going to at least touch upon that if some of these story beats go the way we think. I'm hoping that it doesn't go too far into that lane. You know what I mean? Because I think they hit that message home well enough in Kills. And in 2018, the message was, really about, trauma and the effects on the family and so forth. So I think with Ends, I was hoping anyways, before this avalanche of information and so forth, I was hoping that Ends would have, a different lane that it was in, whatever that may be. But I agree with you. If they go that route and they're really hitting you over the head with the idea, we know that the evil can create more evil, or that it infects. It infected Haddonfield and Kills. That's what, to me, that's a big part of what Halloween Kills was. So we don't really need to go down that road in Halloween Ends. Jamie Lee Curtis, talked about, and again, we don't know how accurate it is, but she, is talking about this movie is about a final reckoning, and to what degree did she mean that, as far as her, or, Laurie Strode, or what have you? Maybe Allison, I don't know. I'd be more interested in that angle rather than the evil infecting others angle, me personally. So
I feel you on that. I feel you. How do you guys
I
feel
do,
about that though?
I do too, but I do think that that's the route they're gonna. I think like that's gonna be the whole, like evil never dies. It's the symbol that is Michael Myers, something like that. Like, would would you would you guys be shocked if they had like a scene at the end that kind of just like maybe have all these people wearing a Michael mask?
no,
No.
they
Yeah,
won't. They
no.
won't do that.
I wouldn't say never. I mean,
I mean,
I mean, they did this whole thing. Now we're getting a copycat. Like,
yeah.
they're using that as a symbol for something, whatever it is. And I think that there's going to be some tie in, some connection. I don't think it's going to be as simple as like this guy's crazy and decided to put on the mask and kill people. I think there's going to be something to it. And that's what I think. I would be shocked if they have like, they have a bunch of people in a Michael mask that's kind of like, here's, like evil never dies. Evil will always carry on. Michael will always be a symbol type thing. Like, I don't know if they'll go that route specifically, but I do think that that's kind of the idea that they're going to set up. That's kind of the idea that they establish. Like, here's this guy that, it doesn't have to be Michael. Michael's just the idea. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Steven?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like you say never. However, I think that because David Gordon Green's talked about how he's made a point to say how this is going to be more intimate. This is going to be more narrow focused. I think it's going to be more about the characters, which is why I believe that Corey is going to possibly be the lead of the movie. Like I think we may get as much or more screen time with him than Laurie Strode in this film. I really
would
do.
hate that.
I believe.
I don't.
that too,
I don't think you're wrong
Yeah.
though.
I
really
think that's
don't
what's
think
going to
you're wrong.
happen.
I think
he's
you're right.
the lead.
I hate it. Like this is our last movie with Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. That's your focus. Like I've seen a lot of comments from people that were like, I don't care about any of these other people. I want to see Laurie, and that's how I feel too. Like, yeah, Allison's great. Lindsay's great and all that stuff, but we didn't grow up with these people the way we did with Laurie Strode. Like, I don't care about Corey Cunningham. I don't care about Lindsay. I don't care about Allison, not the way that I do about Laurie Strode. Like, I want to see her story. I want to see her showdown. I want to see, whatever that end conclusion is. And I feel like they're going the opposite direction in so many ways with that. I feel like I really think you're right, Craven. I think that you're going to have all these other characters be the focus. Laurie's going to be kind of tied in the middle of it rather than the focus. And it's just, I just feel like it's going to fall flat for me. I'm just like, man, like I told Jake earlier in his tweet, like I want to be able to be like you guys and be delusional about this trilogy, but I don't think I'm going to be
delusional. I'm just optimistic. I'm just an optimist.
There's a lot of good things that we're not talking about with this movie that I really do like. I love, I don't know, to me, the whole intimate idea, I love that we're focusing on just a select group of characters more, even depending on how much runtime of the movie they're all going to be shown in, whatever. But I still like that it's going to be a smaller story than Kills. That's what I'm looking for more than anything in Ends, I think. I just want something that doesn't feel as like trying to do a million different things all at once. Kills was fun. I liked it. I thought it was a good time, but I'm looking for something a little like more Halloween-y feeling this time around,
Halloween.
I agree. Yeah, Halloween. And I'm really excited, even though we may not get as much time as we should. I'm still hopeful that we get a good amount of time, but I'm excited to see Laurie Strode. And remember, we talked about this a long time ago. I remember saying it too. I'm excited to see Laurie Strode being closer on the spectrum to the way she was in 78. And I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of like a close the book type of situation. And it's just going to be cool for me as a fan of the franchise to see Jamie Lee Curtis portraying this character who has healed to some degree, or at least is trying to heal and is a little bit more optimistic. And, we'll see her smile. We haven't seen a lot of smiles from Laurie Strode in this trilogy. So it'll be great to see that. And I just hope that we get enough of it. And I know we may not, but I'm still hopeful that we will. So that's another thing I'm excited for.
Do you guys think we get so because tickets go on sale on the 27th, right? Something like that. I know in some
I
areas
believe so. Yep.
they go on sale on the 27th. Do you think we get a trailer then? You know, like tickets
Yeah,
are on
to
sale.
advertise that. I
Yeah,
could imagine.
like to advertise it. Like they have like the full length trailer, and then at the end, reserve your tickets now. Like and that puts you about like 2.5 weeks out from the actual movie. Maybe we get a trailer on like the 24th or 25th, so that way you're like exactly like 10 days or whatever, or 17 days or whatever from the thing, and then boom, here you go.
What else are they gonna show us though? That B-roll honestly was like, it's like 3 trailers. If you look at all these scenes,
Yeah.
like you go,
They could
they're
put
in
it
the
all
bar.
together.
If you put it
They
all
could
together,
just put it all together.
Yeah,
like take
I
all the
guess.
little mini things and put it into one trailer.
We'll see. That's not what they did last time. But...
No, I agree. But here's my
Right.
thing though. Okay, like Halloween Kills, those trailers were Cliff Note versions of that movie, but I don't think it really just ruined the movie. Like, because it was like there wasn't like this has so many layers. Halloween Ends has so many layers, so many different directions, so many potential plot points, things like that, that I think you can ruin this movie with the trailer. Halloween Kills, you knew what you were getting. Like, and they didn't give like flashback scenes and stuff
I mean,
like
like the kills, yeah, but like there was a
that's
lot of
like-
big surprises for me personally.
but that's what they didn't give away any of that stuff. They didn't give away like the flashback. They didn't give like they gave
In the
away
final
like,
trailer, they do.
They gave
Yeah.
the big you made me lose my train of thought. they gave all like the kills and stuff away, which I mean the movie's called Halloween Kills. You know what I mean? It's like knew that this was gonna be Michael's greatest hit movie.
My biggest thing about the Halloween Kills trailer was they show you there's the shot of Loomis putting the gun to Michael's head. Like you can see that shot in the final trailer. So like that like, and he has the original mask. It's clearly 1978. I wish they wouldn't have shown that. Would have been something so cool to have not known about, and then to go into it and it's just like, oh my god, they recreated the mask perfectly. That's awesome. Loomis, they recreated perfectly with a lot of shit going on between makeup, practical effects, voice work from I can't remember who did it, but it sounds like spot on Loomis. It's great stuff, but it's like they translated all of that in that final trailer for Kills. And like, sure, you're right. That movie was definitely about Michael and the kills, but I appreciated those other nuances and surprises in the film too. As someone who like from a filmmaking standpoint, that's not easy to do. And I really appreciated that actually seeing it in the flesh. But I would have liked to have not known about that at all beforehand, or Hawkins being alive, or
or the firefighter scene.
The firefighter scene is probably the biggest.
Yeah,
one,
that was the biggest one for me too. Like the firefighter scene, I think that would have been because that was like arguably one of the best scenes, if not the best scene in that entire movie. Like that was great. Like
it was great.
I have another interesting thought. We kind of talked about this before in the past, but like with all the information, just everything that's out, kind of makes me feel like maybe this is the case. What if Hawkins is the one involved? Like, what if Corey is just the red herring and Corey is the fall guy, but it's actually Hawkins? I mean, even because Halloween Kills and stuff like that, like, he's the one that like missed, that pushed the gun away, that did all that, like kept him alive. We've talked about this before. I said, what if he's like related to him or something like that, or he's like the brother or something like that? Like this was like one of the first podcasts we had about this. But like now that we have all this information, when you see Hawkins like everywhere now, and kind of like I don't know, it's just like we're there. Like all the signs are pointing to Corey being the Michael copy, and it's just like, are they really gonna make it that obvious? I mean, they could, but I just think it would. I think it'd be a much more interesting story and a much more like, oh no way, as if it like Hawkins was like the guy this entire time. But he's like the lovable guy. Him and Lori are like, a thing now or something, and like, it's just like, kind of give you that like Billy Loomis Scream vibe, or something like that, with like your main character, her love interest, all that stuff. They're all chasing down the fake Michael, trying to figure out who it is. And then, kind of almost turn it into a whodunit. I think that could be a way to do it.
Amazing. My mind would be blown.
It would blow
Hawkins
your mind.
Hawkins takes off the mask and he's like,
what if he's the? Because there's been a scene. I think you maybe it was us that were talking the other day. on one of our streams, but every time it seems I don't want to say every time. That's pretty definitive. It seems to me the times that it appears to be a copycat, when you see a full body shot, which is not often. Usually it's just like your chest up. But if you see like a full body shot, sometimes it seems like it's a different build than James Jude Courtney. And even sometimes even a little heavier, like a little pudgier around the waist.
Right.
And so I'm like, who could fit that bill? Well, Hawkins fits that, and so does Nick Castle. Which the other theory I had was, what if the copycat killer is freaking Nick Castle himself in a Michael Myers suit, killing people? See, at least like he's got maybe even a little pudge there. I can't tell for sure from this angle, but
No, he does. He does.
you see it right in the middle. Or look right in the middle. He's a little pudgy there. What if that's like Nick Castle?
There's also a scene. There's also one of those promo shots where Michael looks short. And granted, it could just be the angle or like him crouching down, but he looks like just slightly taller than Laurie. Like where Michael's towering. But like there's a couple shots at a couple moments where it looks like Michael is like 5'8", 5'9", not like the 6'3" monster that he is. That's something that could be interesting too. And like, it kind of ties into it. Like maybe it's Hawkins, maybe it's something like that. Like,
I would like that actually. That would be. I'm fine with either one. I mean, imagine if that mask comes off and it's Nick Castle. Would you not clap? Like I would be freaking clapping in the theater.
like yeah,
it's like the OG. There he is. I mean, And if it's Hawkins, my jaw would drop. I'd be shocked, stunned.
The only thing, though, not to rain on anyone's parade about that, and then I want us to answer Denisha's question because she's asked it. The only thing for me, just thinking of it real quick without going too deep with it right now, is in 2018, man, when he drove right into Michael, unless there was an explanation of he just figured, hey, I wanted to stop it then. But he survived, and so I kept going, with the game plan or whatever. If I'm related to him, it was a sign that I have to show my true allegiance, which is that'd be a weird way to kind of make that all make sense. But he slammed right into Michael, as in to kill, to obliterate. So that's the only thing for me.
Or he knew Michael would live because he's a zombie monster.
He's supernatural.
Well, maybe. Well, no, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, that is a good point. I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
that is a good point.
Yeah. I mean, because that's the only thing. Like when we talked before, it's interesting, and who knows? Maybe they could pull it off. I mean, they're smarter than I am, but I'm just saying they'd have to explain that scene in 2018. And I've seen 2018 enough times, but thinking about it right now, maybe I'm missing something. But he definitely was driving right towards Michael. You know what I mean? If I remember correctly, he wasn't. It's like, oh, I just missed him. What the hell? We got to turn around and get him.
Whoops.
And Sartain's like, no, because Sartain was trying to stop him.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Denisha was asking, would we be upset if Michael dies in this movie?
Absolutely not. I would love to see like a conclusive Michael Myers story ending. Like they're not going to stop making movies. So I mean, why not just in this timeline? Why not be the first timeline where Michael officially dies? I don't think they're going to, but no, I'd be all for it.
I think they're definitely going to kill him. I got to be honest. I feel like they're definitely gonna do it. The end of the soundtrack, like I don't know, man. I have this feeling it's gonna be like it's kind of happy, but we're at someone's funeral that was a beloved character, so it's gonna be kind of emotional. Like I can just feel it. And if Michael's still alive by the time the credits roll, that would insinuate that everyone has to die besides him. I really think he's gonna die for the first time ever on screen. Oh man, is Laurie gonna die with him though? Maybe.
Ooh, well.
What do you think? Well, I and to be fair, I've gone back and well. First of all, I wouldn't be upset if Michael dies. So let me answer Denisha's question, and then we'll move to some other comments. But I don't know for sure if he's going to die in this. And I've kind of gone back and forth. In recent couple weeks, I have thought more about Laurie, surviving because of just some of the things that Jamie Lee Curtis has been saying and so forth and so forth. But then I'm like, you know what? If she survives, then it's kind of like it doesn't, unless everyone's been trolling us. These things that James Jude and David Gordon Green and Nick Castle have said, the weirdness, Christopher Nelson weird, and this, it wouldn't be weird if Lori wins. At least not to me. It wouldn't be weird. It'd be like, yeah, the good guys won. So that's what makes me still hold on to the idea that I don't think Michael's gonna die. If Michael lives, but I have a theory about it, which I'm working on, but it might be when they say weird and unexpected and this and that, it might be the way that he lives or survives. I think that might be where all of that wording is in play. But anyways, that's my quick answer for Denisha. What about you, Stephen?
Yeah, and just from my perspective, I would not be upset if he dies, and I won't be upset if he lives. I literally am like, I'm right here in the middle. I'll be happy either way. A part of me wants him to live and win, just because, like you said, Knight, the narrative for the casual fans are going to be that he's going to die. Lori's going to win. The good guy wins, and we're all happy at the end. That's right. I think that's what a lot of casual fans that are going to be going are expecting to see. Yeah. And so I would love to rock and just destroy that whole thing and have everybody dead, and Michael's the last one standing. But I know that probably won't happen. But I honestly don't have a feel yet on whether he's going to die or not, because it seems to me it's Halloween Ends. But I've always felt it was the end for the Strodes. I never felt like it was Halloween Ends for Michael Myers. And that could just be my own poor assumption.
Lori and Allison both die?
I think it's possible. Yeah. Yeah.
Michael just rides off into the sunset on a white horse.
Man. No, it's not no damn white horse, but I'm serious.
Don't say the white horse.
No more of that. No more Sherry Moon. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, Craven. I mean, but it just seems to me that if Lori wins, like you said, the casual fan, that's kind of what they want. That's what they're building this up to. I'm the final girl, and yay, the good guys win, and this and that. And I just think that if that happens, it wouldn't be weird. It wouldn't be something we don't expect. And it wouldn't be, some of the other things that people have said, like Christopher Nelson and so on and so forth. I think it's going to be some type of weird twist or way that Michael lives, and it may not mean that Lori dies too, I mean, they're always talking about, one will live, one will die, and it never happens,
Yeah.
It's never happened as far as I can. Yeah, it's never happened. It almost happened in H2O, but then they retconned that. So like I said, I've got a theory on it, and we'll get into that at some point. But I think Michael will live.
Yeah. I think very likely. I think best case scenario, or what I think will ultimately happen, is I think they'll at worst leave it to the audience's imagination. Maybe have Michael's lifeless body, have it focused on there for a minute, and then let the audience's mind just run wild. Like, is he moving? Is he twitching?
Kind of like at the end of Inception.
Yeah, kind of what is happening here? Like, wait, is he alive? Is he dead? Like, something along those lines. Like, I could see that being the best case or the closest thing to Michael dying. And then, but yeah, I don't think Michael's gonna explode or he's going to get decapitated or anything like that. I think it'll be like, it looks like he's dead. Maybe him and Lori fall from the radio tower, something like that. And like, it's like, there's no way they survive that.
How would you guys feel about an ambiguous ending? Like where you don't really find out if Michael lives or dies?
Well, you mean similar to 78?
Like kind of, but like the everyone thinks he's dead, but you get like a shot at the end. Like think It Follows. Like have you ever seen the end of It Follows?
Yeah.
Where it's like you see someone following them. Is it or is it not?
Yeah.
So could we get a shot of maybe let's just say hypothetically that's the last shot. It's just Hawkins and Lori. They're holding hands. They're walking down. You see someone that kind of looks like Michael in the background, but maybe not. Something like that. Just for example.
Wouldn't it be awesome if Lori and Allison are kind of like walking down the road or whatever? we're holding hands and happy. And all of a sudden, Lori just says, let me teach you this song I sang a long time ago. I wish I had you all
Oh man.
alone.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, you just see like a little bit of a shoulder come into view and then cut.
I
Just a little
would
bit of a
love
shoulder.
that personally. I would
Would be fire.
yeah.
I might make that video after we get done with this. No, I'm just joking.
No, that's great, dude. Oh my god. I'd be like, oh fuck, man. Oh, that's so good. No, I love it.
You want to hear something even more terrifying than Michael Myers slicing and dicing?
What?
We've got 60 people watching with only 46 likes. Guys,
That makes me sick.
this is more slaughter than the town mob in Halloween Kills. I mean, this is worse than Iron Lady. Guys, listen. It takes 2 seconds, for just less than 2 seconds, to go click and smash that thumbs up button, guys. It really helps out the channel, helps this stream even. We're still live for a little bit longer, so help us reach more people while we're here, and even in the replay. Afterwards. So would greatly appreciate it, guys. Let's get this up there to at least in the upper 50s at least, if we could. We would greatly appreciate it. Oh, there we go, 52. Thank you, guys. You're already responding. You guys are awesome. You always respond when we ask you to, and I really appreciate it. And don't forget also, you see at the bottom of the screen here, but you can send super chats. It's still fairly new, so we don't always mention it, but I know Fate mentioned it a long time ago at the beginning, but we got a lot of new folks. So you can actually send super chats to this channel now through PayPal and Cash App. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, the ticker tells you how to do it. There's our location, how to send it. But if you would like to send super chats, because you guys have been asking us for months how you could do it or when you can do it, we now have an ability to do that. So if you're interested in doing that and supporting the channel, even before we get to our 1,000 subs, which, by the way, Knight, let's do an update where we're at on our sub race to 1,000.
Well, we are currently at 838.
Ooh, man,
Guys, I guarantee there's 60 people in this stream. I guarantee you there's at least 20 that
20.
are subscribed.
I was going to say.
Ooh, we said that at the same time. That was
I
good.
think you're right. At least
Get out of my head, Knight.
Hey.
But yeah, so hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, what are you doing? Hit that
That's right.
subscribe button. Like this video.
Yes.
And
remember, guys,
Michael won't get you.
Michael won't get you. Ratma won't get you. Artie, just the whole list of them. And one thing we've talked about, promised you something when we hit 1,000 subs. Not only are we going to have an amazing celebration stream, but we're having a very limited line of merchandise that we're going to launch at 1,000K, or 1,000 subs.
Fact.
And it's going to be a limited print run. We may only do only have it available to purchase for like a week or two. It's going to be very limited. You're going to have to get on it. But guys, it's the original inception of the Lethal Collective. It's a very guarded secret. We don't talk about it. No one knows about it. But you will when we hit 1,000 subs. So
yeah,
there you go. There's
absolutely.
a little carrot out there.
And no one knows about it except for us four.
No one else knows.
Nobody. Not another soul.
Nope.
Real quick too, and I know Jake's gonna have to get going soon because he's got a stream coming up tonight. Very cool.
Oh yeah.
Brandon from I Like Scary, who is quite awesome, says,
Hey,
how do you
up?
guys feel about Allison being the one who walks out on top?
I actually think that that's very likely to happen. I actually think that she's going to end up being the one that survived. I could even see her kind of giving the final blow, where like Lori basically, puts him in a position to where he's like hanging on and she just, ends it. And then, she's the new legacy. I could see that happening. Oh, real quick, before anyone goes next, we got a $10 super chat thanks to via PayPal. From Neil Williams. Thank you so much, Neil Williams.
Thank you.
Thank
Neil.
you.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Neil's one of my best friends ever. So kisses. I love you.
Awesome.
On your pretty mouth. He said, I am the chicken man. That was his super chat.
You are the chicken man,
You
Neil.
are whatever
Yeah,
you
you
want to
are.
be. I'm going to buy you a chicken suit.
I have a chicken
Right.
mask somewhere.
No, I know why he said I am the chicken man. He just got a bunch
Oh.
of new chicks, like little baby chicks, because he's a chick magnet.
There you go.
Yeah.
He quite
Ah,
literally
shit, you
is
did.
the man
Yeah,
of chickens.
He is. So
There you
he's
go.
literally
Yes.
chickens. But no, thank you, Neil. I really do appreciate you, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you
didn't
so
do that,
much.
buddy.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks. It's awesome.
Yes, much appreciated. Much appreciated. But I don't have any issue with Allison, being the last one standing. I've really enjoyed her character, and I'm hoping to see some really cool things from her in end. So yeah, I'm cool with it.
I think the most likely outcome is that she's the one that comes out on top. Lori and Michael die trying to kill each other. I don't know. I kind of don't want to see that. I feel like I've seen that ending to some horror movies before. I really think the thing that would drive home something fucked up would just be if Lori watches Allison get killed by Michael and then she kills Michael. Like, just imagine how fucking bittersweet that ending would be. Lori did it. Lori killed Michael. She did it. But she lost her entire family in the process. Like, how messed up would that be? I would love to linger on that at the ending and then just be able to talk about that afterwards. What would happen next for Laurie Strode? That'd be really dark. I don't know. I think that would be sweet.
Yeah, that would be really dark.
Do you? I have a question for you, and this kind of dark, but I mean, as a horror movie, do you think she'd carry on, or do you think she'd,
That's what we would probably be talking about. I don't think they would show it, but
no, I don't think so either.
Maybe they would allude to it. You know what I mean? No, but I definitely feel like that's something that could happen. And it's one of those things where it's like, oh, but I love Lori, she's such a great character. I would hate if they did that. But like, it's a horror movie, horror movie at the end of the day, man. If they decide to take it down a dark route, then yeah, I'm not expecting sunshine, rainbows, everything is back to normal and wonderful, I'm not expecting that at all.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Absolutely agreed. Well, I mean, we've got a little bit less than, we got about 3.5 weeks or so. And we will find out one way or another. I mean, I will say, even with some of the frustrations of getting so much information and maybe a little too much information, definitely too much information for my taste, I'm still super excited to see how this thing is going to be put together, and I really think that if nothing else, speaks to the strength of how this movie is kind of crafted, because we know it's some different, I don't want to say weird, but just unique elements that are going to be in this movie versus, a regular Halloween film. So, and I think that that's still great stuff and great news. But anyways, guys, we're going to get ready to roll out of here. Any final thoughts from you guys on anything?
I don't know. Hopefully by Monday we have get a trailer. Although I'm a little.
I want a
worried about
Hellraiser trailer.
Yes.
See, that could be something to talk about. See?
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, that would be something. It'd be nice to
outside
get
of that-
one.
Yeah, give us something.
Something
to dwell on.
some promotion.
Right.
I personally hope Halloween Ends will just stop. They'll just quit putting stuff out. Now we've got more than enough to get us to the next 3 weeks. So
No
By the
doubt.
time we get to the movie, we're gonna have the whole movie.
it'll be.
rolled out.
I'm afraid so. I think they're ramping up. Like, actually, instead of slowing down, they're just getting
Agreed.
started. And
But
so,
that's the problem for us content creators. Is we got to stay on top of it, and then of course
yeah.
we're stupid, so we're gonna dive into it and put it all together.
Yep.
Because that's just how our brains
Got to,
work.
man.
And it's
Yep.
it's just like that's the problem being in the position that we're in is that.
But it's also like it's not our fault that we're coming
It's
up
not
with
our
theories
fault.
that are
No,
It's like
right.
it's the studio.
Yeah.
It's like the studio
Yeah.
has to fucking chill out, man.
We're not we're
Yeah.
not we're not above,
Yeah, but we
we're
don't
not
have
smarter
the
than anyone
luxury.
else. We're just watching the same stuff that everyone else has,
Exactly.
Yeah, but we don't
everyone
have
else
the
can pause
luxury.
videos and
Like
What was
they
that,
don't
Faith?
have to watch. They don't we don't have the luxury. Like the normal everyday people. Wait, that sounded terrible. Like we're this. Like I didn't mean it like that. But I mean the people that aren't content creators. Like they don't have. If they don't want to watch trailer, they don't have to watch trailer. I mean we can too, but that hurts us. That affects us. It's like we have to talk about it. So it's like we're not in that position where we could just say, "Oh man, they dropped the trailer. I don't want to watch it." No, we got to watch that. We got to break it down. We got to analyze it. We got to put all the puzzle pieces together because that's what people expect from us. So it's It's rough.
Yeah, man.
it is rough. It is. And thank you so much, Outside of the Nine. We appreciate that. You all right.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jason saying, Knight, you know this community is smarter than everyone else. We definitely got a lot of smart people in this community, man, because you know we've been training, we've been sharpening our swords, man. We've been like watching stuff and figuring out stuff and talking about stuff, so it's all gravy. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna get ready to end it there. You know, check out my man Jake in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes on his channel. I'll be streaming later on too at 8:30, and stop by and say hi. And Steven, you're going to be on tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, tomorrow night, 9:30 Central, and I'm going to be joined by someone you guys may be familiar with. His name is Knight from the Night Watch Zone. If you don't know who that is, he's going to be joining.
I saw him. I saw his stream the other day. He was wearing like a black wife beater.
Oh my God!
He's that white guy, right? The white guy that was wearing the black wife beater the other day, right?
Just think of tank top, man.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that might be that you might be thinking of me, good sir. No, I'm just kidding. Knight, I don't know if you saw that or not, Knight, but I was wearing a tank top in my stream the other day, and everyone's like, "Oh, Jake, nice. Knight must have given you that. You look great." And I'm like, I'm only half the man that Knight is, of course.
Oh, come on.
All of us are. Nobody.
All right.
Knight is 100% man.
You know,
100%, man.
Oh
He's
yeah,
my Knight.
We love you too.
Man. You put Knight in a tank top with a Tampa Bay Buccaneers cap on, it's all over, buddy. That is pure
guys.
true love, man.
Oh Lord, I don't know about you guys. You're all right, but anyways, you guys in the chat, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Please give the video a like if you haven't done that. It really, really helps to support us, and we truly appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. And we'll catch you guys on Monday for Q&A Monday. So, anyways, the collective has spoken. Peace.
Bye, guys.